Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to lesson 9.3, volume formulas. Let's get started. Today's objective is I can calculate the volume of a rectangular prism by using formulas with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Please pause to write the I can and by statement in your digital math notebook now. All right, friends. Yesterday we talked about formulas by counting cubes. But counting cubes can be a little bit hard when we can't see all the cubes that are hidden in the back. And so we use formulas. We have two different formulas that we can use. We can use base times the height or volume. When we find a base of a shape, we are finding the bottom of the shape. And the bottom of shape is the area of the bottom shape. So it is the length times the width. If we're just going to go ahead and find the volume, then we find the length, the width, and the height. And if all of our units are inches, then we write our answer as inches cubed. Another way to find the area is to find the base, like I said, the length and the width. So we could take the base and put it together and multiply it by the height, because we know that 1 times 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2 times 1. We can move those orders around and still get the same number. If I were to multiply feet, then I would say my answer is feet cubed. The little 3 in the corner is important because it tells us that we're measuring a 3-dimensional space. Let's try this in a problem. Melanie's suitcase came in a box. The width of the box is 12 inches and the length is 8. The height is 12. What is the volume? So we know that the width is 12, the length is 8, and the height is 24. So we can take those three numbers in any order, multiply them, and we'll find volume. Let's take the two bigger ones first. 24 times 12. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Start with the magic 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Add them together. 8, 8, and 2. And so far I have used these two numbers. So now I need to take my answer and I need to multiply by 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 8 is 64 again. So 64 plus 6 is 70. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 7 is 23. So her box, the volume of her box, is 2,304 inches cubed. Let's try this again in the problem on the right. Our length of this box is 3. Our width is 4, and our height is 5. The base area would be 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and the volume is 5. So we can multiply 12 times 5 to get our volume. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So our answer would be 60 feet cubed. Let's try some problems together. All right, friends, we're in our digital math notebook. Make sure that you're typing in your steps, your volume, length, and width, and not just your answer, so that you know how to go back and solve these problems if you need to go back and look. Our problem says, Grandma and Grandpa built a fort for the grandkids. The height is 13, and the width is 8. The volume is 624. What is the length? So we need to go looking for what this number is. If we know that they are all multiplied together, then we can multiply part and divide another part to find what's missing. So our first step is going to be to multiply 13 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So we have 104. So now we need to divide our total, 624, divided by 104. So 104 would have to go into the whole number. So let's see, it's probably going to go in 6 times. Let's multiply to check. 104 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 2. And 6 times 1 is 6. Perfect. So it would go in 6 times. So that means that our length is 6. Great job, 5th graders. All right, friends, it's time for our lesson activity. In today's lesson activity, we have some numbers that don't just have whole numbers, they also have decimals. But we know how to multiply decimals, so let's get started. We are going to multiply 1 times 2 times 0.8. So let's take our easy numbers first. 1 times 2 is 2. So then we would do 2, I'm going to put 0.8 on top, times 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1, 16. And then we move our decimal in 1 place. So we move our decimal in 1 place. So our answer would be 1.6 millimeters cubed. Right? Just because you see a decimal doesn't mean that it makes it that much harder. Let's get started on the next question. We have 6.3 times 6.3 times 36. Let's deal with our 6.3s first. So 6.3, 6.3, and remember we're gonna multiply, just like our decimals don't exist. So 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 6 is 18. Start with a magic 0. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 1 is 37. Add them up. 9 times 0 is 9. Plus 0. 8 plus 8 is 16. 7 plus 2 is 9. And then 3. And I'm going to stop here because I'm running out of space. But your job is to multiply our area, which is what we have here, by our height. So you need to do 3,969 times 36. You can write it on your paper and then check it with a calculator and fill in the box here. Great job, 5th graders. When you feel comfortable with this lesson, complete the exit slip and your digital math notes. Great job.